here, but I make it a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 9 points available. I thought I'd made it 10, but I've not. I've made it 9. So the first question: how many games did Hull FC win during their unbeaten cup run, which ended at St Helens on Sunday?
So including this year?
Including this year, yeah. Their unbeaten run.
Right, so we beat Featherstone. We beat, obviously, Wigan in the final. Leeds in the semi-final. Castleford in the quarter-final and Catalans in the round before. That's another 5. So presumably then we beat 5 in there. 11.
It was 9. It was 9. You won 4 games in 2016, 4 in 2017, and then 1.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. I was counting on my fingers. And I went 1 from this year, and then I counted on and thought I had counted 5. But I was up to a total of 5.
Oh. Okay, so how many of those 9 games were played at home in front of a home KCOM Stadium crowd?
So Featherstone this year was away. The final last year was away. The semi-final was away. We played Castleford and Catalans at home last year. The year before, the semi-final was away, the final was away. St Helens was away. Who did we play in the round before St Helens? I'm going to go for 2.
Ooh. It was
1.
It was 3.
3?
Yeah, it was 3. So it was a home game that you played in 2016 in the quarterfinals. Or it might have been the round before that. No, St Helens was the start of the run, weren't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It's not. Okay, right. Hull beat 2 different sides twice during that 9-game cup run. Can you name the 2 sides that you played twice during that cup run?
Wigan.
Yep.
I'm really frustrated because I can't remember who we played in the quarter-finals in 2016. And that... So, Saints, Wigan, Warrington, Leeds, Catalans, 2, 3, 4, 5, Featherstone. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Maybe I've got this wrong. I'm doubting myself now that you say out loud.
7, 8, 9. So we played it twice. We didn't play Saints last year, did we? Because we played Wigan, Warrington.
You might be working out. No, Warrington was the final, weren't it? In the
year before.
In 2016, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. It's got to be Catalans. Castleford.
No,
Catalans.
it was Catalans. Yeah,
They were my 2 teams that I got it down to. Did you play Catalans away?
You played Catalans.
In the quarterfinals when we got to Wembley in 2016.
You played them at home, I think.
We played them at home when we beat them 62, a ridiculous number, 0.
I will get up the list that I've lost off my screen whilst everyone's on really enjoying the suspense of this. Right. Challenge Cup.
I need Joshua here to just tell you.
You know all this. You played them at home in the quarter-final. You beat them 22-8 in 2016. So there you go. Okay. And then you battered them, didn't you, last year? The same state? Was it? No, it was the sixth round you beat them last year. Okay. Question 4. Who has played both for and against Hull during that cup run? One player.
No.
Do you want a clue?
Go on then.
In between the side he played for and playing for Hull, he played in the Championship.
So he played for one team, he went to the Championship, and then he played for Hull.
Are you ready to kick yourself?
Yeah, go on
Joe
then.
Westerman.
Do you know, he was my very first thought. And then I got myself... Initially, I was thinking he went from Hull to another team. But yeah, well, which he did.
but before the run started, yeah. Okay, right. Now this one, you might struggle with.
As opposed to I've not struggled with.
Because you've not done great so far. Right, 4 players, okay,
Yeah.
played in all 9 wins during Hull's cup run. In fact, they also played in the game that you lost yesterday as a clue. Can you name all 4 players that have played in every one of the cup wins?
Right. I would say... Let me just work this out then. Right, I'm saying Jamie Shaw.
Yes.
Scott Taylor.
No.
Really?
Really? He didn't play against Featherstone, did he?
Okay. Carlos Tumavarvi.
No.
Okay, I'll keep going through the team. Danny Houghton.
Danny Houghton, yes.
Mark Minicello.
Yes.
Danny Washbrook.
Danny Washbrook is the last one. I'll give you half marks for Washbrook and Minicello because you'd already had 4 guesses. Right, number 6, finally. Which player has scored the most tries for Hull during their Magic Cup run?
Oops.
It's not a trick question, this one. You should...
I'll go Jamie Shaw.
Yes. Do you want to take a guess at how many in the 9 games he scored?
No.
No. 7.
I was thinking 7 or 8,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Steve Michaels popped up with a few, and Mahe Fanua had a good strike rate in the games he played in the run, but and Talanoa obviously. But yeah, so I've got you at 1.5 for that. 2, 3, 5.5. I'll give you. It's not a bad effort.
Thanks.
It's not a bad effort at all.
If you could see my piece of paper, it's got all my workings out on it.
Okay, SLP recommends Sarah. Chance to tell the listeners out there what you want to endorse.
Well, we've been watching for quite a while now. Person of Interest. Have you watched any of that?
No.
Oh, okay. We've got it as Sarah. We've got it as a box set, and it's based on the premise that this guy built like a camera network system for the American government, tracking everyone and what they're doing. But the government only wanted it to be used for terrorist activities. So that is the only thing that they use it for. This guy and subsequently the team he gets behind him see everything, as they say, and they use it to prevent crime of all different sorts. And the machine, as it's called, sends them numbers, and it's their job they have to identify whether the number is the perpetrator of a crime or the victim of the crime and act accordingly.
So it's kind of a sort of high-tech whodunit. Yeah,
kind of. But the characters are interesting characters. Harold, the main guy, he's a complete nerd and he's got a limp and he's a bit of an agoraphobic, really. And then he's got people that are quite happy just to go brandishing the gun, shooting everyone in sight.
Good stuff. So where can people find Person of Interest if they are a person with interest?
We got the box set from Amazon. It has been series on Channel 4, I think, maybe. But yeah, it's each episode is standalone, but it has a theme running through, like a storyline. So we've enjoyed that.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't really have anything this week. My recommendation to the listeners of SLP is to get yourself tickets to the semi-final doubleheader. Hopefully by then trains might have come to some sort of normalcy, and if so, it's a very accessible ground to get to. But it's also very accessible being just off the motorway. It's easier to get into than get out of, is my experience of the Macron Stadium. But let's make it a big occasion. I was reading in the League Express, in the editorial column, Martin Samuel suggested... Not Martin Samuel, that's the sports guy, isn't it? What's his name?
Sadler.
Martin Sadler, suggesting a crowd of over 20,000 would be good. Well, I wouldn't be satisfied with 20,000. I want, I don't know what the capacity is, but I want 20-odd thousand. I want, high 20s. I want, I want it to be a big crowd. So let's all get our tickets and get down and support the event, because if the certainly 3 of the 4 teams on display are top teams, and 2 of the teams are playing really well and hopefully still will be by that stage of the season, so you get to see some real stars on show.
And for 3 of the teams, it is a very handy venue, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Fans of those teams should be able to find it pretty accessible, and it's not that tough for Catalan fans. Not quick whiz round the ring road from the Manchester airport, and then it's only a couple of junctions down off there, so everyone can get to this. So make sure you do your best to get to it if you can find the time to do so. Certainly. Okay. Next week it's Alan. Alan Cale is the co-host, so swat up on his blog, because we might mention that to him next week on next week's show for sure. And you'll be back in a few weeks, won't you, Sarah? So we'll speak to you in the not too distant future.
I've not checked the fixture list to see who were playing the week before yet.
Is it not after the game against us?
No, I think it's later than that. I think it's into July. It's I don't know.
I should have put you as the game after Wigan play Hull, because your track record this year is appeared on 3 shirts.
Yes, indeed. No, you've not got me down till the 9th of July.
Well, there we go. Well, we've got Sarah back in just over a month.